While we say every vote counts, it's not entirely true because some votes matter more than others, and at times, some don't even matter at all. Last year, I was really excited to finally get to vote. What I didn't know is how little my vote mattered. Yeah, they say every vote counts, get your voice heard, go vote, this and that, but at times, your voice is worth very little. A journalist for the Washington Post states that under the Electoral College, a voter in Wyoming has nearly 4 times the power of a voter in California. And while you might think this is unfair, the truth is both California and Wyoming's vote don't even matter. This goes for many other states, not only those two, and this is because the Electoral College exists. The Electoral College does not represent a democratic system. Therefore, the United States should abolish it. A journalist for the for the New York Times states, it's hard to imagine a political institution less suited to a 21st century liberal democracy than the Electoral College. If the Electoral College did not exist, no one would even think about or consider creating one. People want to actually be heard and vote for their president, not vote for president electors. Why would you want somebody to vote for your president when you could just vote yourself? This is why many people don't vote, because in the end of the day, it's not up to the popular vote. Today, we will go over why the United States should abolish the Electoral College and establish the national popular vote system. But it is imperative that we first examine the problem, the causes, and the solutions. That way we understand the Electoral College and the importance of abolishing it. The problem with the Electoral College is that it is an anti-democratic because we don't directly vote for the president, but instead vote for individuals to vote on our behalf, and that's if they even decide to. For example, in 2016, 7 electors voted against their states, otherwise known as faithless electors, with all of them writing in candidates that were not on the ballot, essentially wasting votes on candidates they knew could not win. This wasn't fair to those people who waited on the election day to cast their votes, only to find out it didn't even matter. Additionally, the popular vote does not matter because the president who wins the Electoral College wins the election. Before this recent election, two of the nation's last 3 presidents won the presidency in the Electoral College, even though they lost the popular vote nationwide. According to George Mason of Virginia, in 2016, Hillary Clinton won the popular vote against Donald Trump by nearly 3 million votes, yet lost the election because of the Electoral College. This whole voting system makes us believe every and each one of our votes counts when it really doesn't. Additionally, every state is focused on differently when elections come around. The Electoral College forces candidates to focus on the swing states and disregard the other states. Katrina writes, but in 2016, 94% of the general election campaign stops were concentrated in just 12 states, while 24 were skipped altogether. The Electoral College is clearly an unfair system that doesn't show equality or justice for all. However, it is expected since it was created a long time ago, and now it's time for change. The Electoral College was created in the 1980s by the framers of the Constitution because the founding fathers were scared and didn't trust the people. They believed that the people were not educated enough to make an informed decision. For example, George Mason of Virginia believed it would be as unnatural to refer the choice of a proper candidate for chief magistrate to the people as it would to refer a trial of colors to a blind man. This shows that their beliefs behind the system were that they couldn't trust the people to make such an important decision. This comes to show that the creation of the Electoral College was created by the founding fathers for reasons that are no longer relevant. Modern technology and political parties allowed voters to get necessary information to make informed decisions in a way that could not have been foreseen by the founding fathers. Furthermore, the Electoral College voting system is no longer serving justice, and we must come up with a new modern system. The solution to this problem is a national popular vote system. This will ensure that every vote counts and one person, one vote system. Then, every person will be valued equally and not just certain states. Additionally, this will encourage presidential candidates to campaign for every vote in every state, meaning every vote will literally count. This will also promote a democratic system where everyone's voice is heard and accounted for, just like the democracy the United States is. It is time to abolish the Electoral College in favor of single nation national popular vote, where all the votes count equally, Stanford political experts say. Today, we considered the flaws of the Electoral College and an alternative system that will help improve and better future presidential elections. The problem is the Electoral College does not represent a democratic system. The cause or reason being that it was established in the late 18th century, and the reasons why it was created are no longer relevant or important. The solution to this problem is to abolish the electoral system and establish a national popular vote system. We must make sure that our voices are heard and change is made. We all want to be able to vote for our president and not the president-electors. We need to make an effort to establish the national popular vote system. Journalists Michael Conchert and Nicole Daniels of the New York Times wrote, "The election, as Mr. Trump would say, though not for the right reasons, is rigged. And when the time comes, we should abolish it." Thank you.